Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Rahman Tutorials. In this video we will be discussing about life process class 10 chapter 6 part 1. We have been studying differences between living and non-living things with the help of certain characteristics. We distinguish between living and non-living thing like a dog wagging its tail and ant crawling. Are these living things? Yes, they are, because they are moving, so movement is a sign of living. You sow a seed in soil. After a few weeks, you find that growing or facing the characteristic growth. Say, the plant is a living thing. So, in the above cases, movement and growth are indications of life. But this dog and cactus are not moving. Are they living? At this instance, we neither notice neither movement nor growth in the above two. It doesn't mean that they are not living. They have movements that we are not visible to the naked eye. If movement are there, where are they? We all know that living things are made up of organs, made up of tissues, finally cells. Cells are made up of molecules. In a living cell, there is a continuous movement of molecules. These movements are essential for repair and maintenance of life processes. The processes which together perform this maintenance job are called life processes. Now, let us see what are life processes. Life processes importance, all things are made up of cells. Cells are made up of molecules. For a cell to be alive, it has to be repaired and maintained all the time. Repair and maintenance of a cell needs a continuous supply of new molecules and disposal of unwanted molecules. This task is achieved by a set of processes called life processes. Nutrition is a life process in which food is obtained by the organism and converted to simpler molecules, that is, nutrients. These are supplied to the cells by the transport system. Respiration is a life process in which oxygen is obtained by the organism and is supplied to the cells by the transport system. Cells utilize some of these nutrients and oxygen to produce energy. Some nutrients are used for synthesis of new materials, for growth and repair. While carrying the above activity, cells generate certain molecules which are toxic waste to be excreted out of the body. Excretion is the life process in which living organisms excrete the toxic materials out of the cells by the help of transport system. Transportation is the life process that helps in the transport of materials in nutrition, respiration and excretion. So, the nutrition, respiration, transportation and excretion are the four life processes for an organism to survive. Nutrition in plants. All organisms need energy for various processes of their life. We require energy even during sleep because a number of biological activities occur continuously in our body. For example, respiration and beating of heart keeps on going without any break. All these processes of living beings needs a continuous flow of energy. Energy is released by the breakdown of food taken by the organisms. If we do not get sufficient nutritious food, it leads to disorders in their functioning. In the same way, plants also require nutrients to protect themselves from disorders. These elements are usually present in the soil and are supplied to the plants through root hairs. Autotrophic nutrition in plants. All living organisms like plants, animals and human beings require food for their survival. Green plants make their own food and so are called autotrophs. These plants make their food using sunlight, carbon dioxide and water and chlorophyll. If you closely examine a leaf, we can see numerous structures inside it. These structures are called chloroplast, are green in color. Due to the presence of green color pigment called chlorophyll, chlorophyll helps in absorbing the sun's energy, which is needed for the preparation of food by the plants. They undesirably has tiny pores called stomata. The stomata are surrounded by two kidney-shaped God cells. During daytime, in the presence of sunlight and moisture, the God cells absorbs ions and sugar from the surrounding cells of the leaf. Due to it, they starts swelling. This absorption by the God cells and resulting swelling leads to the opening of stomata, which in turn helps the leaf to absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Carbon dioxide is needed by the plants to preparing their food. Now let's learn how the water is transported in plants. Soil is rich in water and minerals. These are absorbed by the root hairs present in the roots. The water and minerals reach the stem, which has a pipe-like vessels called xylem, about which we have learned in class 9. After the sunlight, carbon dioxide, water and minerals have reached the leaves. The leaves, known as food factories of the plants, starts their synthesis of food. The chlorophyll utilizes sun's energy to convert carbon dioxide and water to form glucose and oxygen. The glucose form is the food to the plants. This process of making food by plants is known as photosynthesis. The food synthesized by the leaf is transferred by the phloem tissues of the stem to the other parts of the plants. The food is then converted into starch and is stored in the roots, stem, leaves of the plant. Whereas the oxygen is released into the atmosphere.